hours, the biggest YouTubers in the world are going to be deciding what I cook. And first up is Eric.
Nick, it's Eric. As you might know, I just out-pizza the Hut by making the world's largest pizza. So my challenge to you is to make the biggest slice of pizza you possibly can.
So we're not sure whether or not this is going to work, but we're rolling out 10 pounds of dough here. How many normal pizza slices would be in this one giant slice we're making? 64. That's crazy. We'll toss down some semolina so it doesn't stick, and then we'll slide. Our next step here is to sauce it up. I have to say, this is pretty satisfying. We won't go all the way to the edge because this right here is going to be our crust. We'll finish it off with a little provolone cheese, and it's ready to bake. This is where things could go south. Oh my gosh. I think you got it. Wow. She's in. Our pizza is done. Wow, that is a big pizza.
The last step here is we're gonna cut this into a slice.
So this slice is about 31 inches, a bit above average. The last step before our next challenge, time for a bite. I'm gonna take this to go. This is fantastic. Our next challenge is from Mr. Beast, who texted me saying I need to make a Feastables chocolate bar from scratch. And I guess that makes total sense, given I introduced Jimmy to cacao, which is the fruit that makes chocolate. If we wanna replicate this thing, let's first read off the ingredients list. We've got cane sugar, organic chocolate liqueur, organic cocoa butter, sea salt, and sunflower lecithin. We can handle this. This is a fresh cacao pod, and this is where your chocolate comes from. They come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. And to start the chocolate making process, you simply crack them open. Some people say the fruit tastes exactly like a Jolly Rancher. The entire chocolate making process starts with these seeds right here, but there's just one problem. I only have a day to complete all these challenges, and making chocolate from scratch takes well over a week. But luckily, I've done this before. Once you've opened up your cacao pods, lay them all out and let them ferment for 1 week. After that process, you're basically left with these newly colored beans that are then roasted in the oven until they turn a deep brown color. The seeds smell almost like a combination between vinegar and chocolate. These are then broken up to separate out all of the cacao nibs. Those are then ground into a cacao liqueur, which is what I've got here, and one of these several ingredients in Mr. Beast chocolate bar. I didn't want you to have to wait a week to see this. As for the other ingredients, cocoa butter, a nice pinch of cane sugar, a pinch of sea salt because we chose the chocolate sea salt bar, and I'm gonna skip the soy lecithin. We'll mix this up until nice and smooth, and then into our molds it goes. I am really excited to see how these are gonna turn out. Once they're all laid out, we'll give them a tap, and we wait. Now that our chocolate has solidified, this right here is the most satisfying part about making chocolate. Here it is, our homemade Mr. Beast chocolate bar. Now that we've successfully recreated one of Mr. Beast's chocolate bars, it's time for a little challenge from ZHC, one of the best artists on all of YouTube.
Hey Nick, carve a watermelon in the shape of Gordon Ramsay's face.
I have no idea how I'm going to complete this challenge because I've never carved a watermelon before. Guess I'll give it my best shot.
Nick, I can do it. I do like a lot of art.
Oh no!
It'll take me like 8 hours, but I'll probably do a pretty good job.
All right, I've given Manny all the tools he could possibly need, and he's got 8 hours to carve the best watermelon of his life. While he's doing that, I'm going to head off and complete a few other challenges. Good luck, Manny.
Uncle Nick, I know you like being blindfolded because your brain's so dirty. So Uncle Roger challenged you to make the best egg fried rice, but with blindfold on. Can you do it?
Uncle Roger, I hope you know I have cooked while blindfolded before. First, I butchered a chicken while blindfolded, and more recently, I made a beef Wellington while blindfolded, although that turned out pretty raw. It is pitch black. I cannot see a thing. Let's make some fried rice. First up, some quick prep work. I need my onions. I will then take my knife, this is where things get dangerous, and using my hands as a guide, slice and peel my onion. One huge pro about wearing a blindfold while cutting an onion is that you're not gonna cry when you cut it. Although I will say this is extraordinarily difficult. Perfect. Trash can. Trash can. I'll move my onion off to the side of my board, then take the garlic. For this, I'm only gonna use 1 clove, and once I've opened it up, mince it up as best I can. I don't even think I'm hitting it. Finally, I'll grab 1 or 2 of these chilies here and chop those up as well. It's time to cook our fried rice. First up, I'll add some oil into my wok, and when I smell that oil begin to get aromatic, I'm gonna take my board of onions, garlic, and peppers and drop that in. It's the chilies. Once these have gotten aromatic, I need an egg. I know they're here somewhere. Nice. And in it goes. Then, once that egg gets nice and fluffy, I'll add my day-old rice, and then it's time for soy sauce. This one I can tell by feel is the soy sauce. And it should now sizzle on the edges of the pan. I will also add a bit of sesame oil. I didn't hear anything. Damn it. Little bit bit of sesame oil. Then, of course, we can't forget our MSG. I'll do an extra heavy sprinkle for Uncle Roger. And, of course, our white pepper. This one I know is white pepper because the container is lighter than the MSG one. Oh my God, this is awful. And stir it up. Now I just need a nice plate.
What the? You need enough places.
And I will simply take my fried rice and place it down onto the center of my plate. Gotta make it look as nice and presentable as I can for Uncle Roger. And then, to finish, you simply cannot serve fried rice without some green onions, which I will slice nice and thin and then place on top of my fried rice. Time for the big reveal. Oh, I might lose my uncle title from this. We've got another challenge coming in from my good friend Rosanna.
Hey Nick, I want to see if you can make a realistic cake that will fool me.
In front of me is one real onion and one onion made of cake. I'm gonna call her on a FaceTime and see whether or not she can tell which one is which. Rosanna, I am really hoping that we're gonna fool you with this.
I'm really excited. I love looking at cakes and trying to see if they're real or not.
What do you think your odds are of getting it correct before I show you?
I'm pretty good at it. I would say 80% chance I get it right.
80% chance? You ready?
Okay.
The cake today is an onion. One of these is real and one of these is fake.
This is so hard, Nick. You guys did such a good job. I'm a little stumped. I can't decide if I'm going to go with the smoother one or the one that's a little bit more rough.
So what's your final decision?
I'm going to go with the right one.
Ready? Rosanna, it's the cake. You fooled her. And Rosanna, this is the best part about it. This cake is absolutely delightful.
You guys have skills. That was amazing.
Our next challenge comes from my friend Charlie.
Hey Nick, it's Charlie. I challenge you to create an exquisite, beautifully cooked, perfect Minecraft steak.
Here I am, ready to cook my first ever Minecraft steak, but in real life. I'm not exactly sure whether or not they have Wagyu in Minecraft, but Charlie's a special guy, so I wanted to cook with a special cut of meat. In Minecraft, there are 3 ways to cook meat: in a furnace,